It felt great. All camp was, a great camp. I was healthy. I was hungry. I was driven. To be able to go out there and do that healthy and get the win and be healthy, you can't ask for much more.
You've been through so much the last few years. Did you ever doubt yourself, from illnesses to personal issues to a lot of stuff going on? Or did you always know you can get back to the form that the type of fighter you know you are?
We're humans, so we kind of dwell on doubt. So there's obviously doubt that crept in. It was tough, it was challenging. We go through those a little bit of adversity. It's human nature to feel like that. But deep down inside, I always knew that this is what I love to do. This is what I was born to do, and that would come back. It'd be back to where I needed to be and wanted to be. But ultimately, it was up to me to make that decision, put myself in the driver's seat, and get back to who I am as a fighter and as a person.
You were so young when you were the champion. 32 now, you're in your prime. You feel
Yeah,
like you got another run in you, right? That title is within reach again.
for sure. I think that it's always been in reach. Like I said, just fixing a little bit of things. Working on some the mental fortitude. I think is so huge. Especially you rise so young. You're this cocky. I was cocky in a sense of way, but also I was humble. Understood that I overcame a lot to get to where I was at. But just growing, mature a lot. I think this sport can definitely humble you in many different ways, but also show you a lot of things that can transfer over to your everyday life. So honestly, I'm grateful for the way that my career has been. I wouldn't be here without it. I wouldn't have the lessons learned and be where I'm at 32 years old and be a veteran of the sport and also be ready to take another, run crack at the title.
What was Kai's reaction? Because now he's getting older, that he, understands more what you do, and he didn't know you back then.
Yeah, it was great. Actually, this was the first fight that Kai was in attendance. So I thought about that fight week, and it kind of really didn't kind of sink in until I was in the back, and I was like, wow, my son's out here watching me, fighting for a cage, and ultimately is a fight for a better life for him. So it was kind of like when I thought about that in the backstage as I was getting ready, I was like, damn, like some real shit right now. This is my son. That is why I do all this. He sees, me at training in the gym and understands that. But like for him to be in there live and in the audience, I was like, man, I gotta, this is for him. So it kind of took me back a little bit and got me a little emotional um, prior to the fight, but it also motivated me to, go out there and take advantage of this opportunity that I was blessed with.
You called out another former champion who you were supposed to fight back in the day. Any progress? And in your mind, is that the fight that makes most sense?
It's an amazing fight. Like I said, two former world champions that were slated to fight 3 years ago. Obviously, that fight was taken away from us. We're here now. We're both in the same division. He's on a 1 fight win streak. I'm on a 2 fight win streak. He's ranked in the top 10. I think it's a great fight stylistically for me. I think it's a fan favorite. I think we can go out there and really have people look at that fight as an excitement for them wherever the fight takes place. So I talked to Sean Shelby after the fight. He's all for it. I talked to my manager Ali. He was going to work on it. I know Dana just has been releasing some fights until he's going to release some more fights in the beginning of the year. So it's up to them. I think that fight makes sense across the board. It's about the UFC making it happen, but just my plan for 2024 is to stay busy, stay healthy, God willing. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. I used to write a hit list, each year, and Deiveson's the number one on the hit list for now. So hopefully it comes to light.
And there's a lot of other fun fights that get you right back up right there in the mix in the bantamweight division anyway, if not Deiveson.
Of course, there's so many talented individuals that bring the star power or the drawing eyes to a fight, and that's exciting. There's going to be so many opportunities to keep catapulting myself back to the top, like I said, just stay healthy, stay humble, stay hungry.
And when you get back to the top, is the dream scenario that O'Malley still has that? Because that's a fight the fans have wanted. I mean, in a way, you could look at it like Sean is living your life. You were that before him, in a way.
Yeah, happy for him. It's great. It's a small percentage of the world gets to obtain being a world champion. So it's hats off to him. He was able to become a world champion. But yeah, if it's my time to punch a ticket when he's the champion, I would love that. If not, same thing. We're gonna fight one of these days, and looking forward to that. Looking forward to that matchup. Looking forward to just everything that involves that fight inside there. I'm very excited for that one. But whoever gets me to the top, I'm willing to fight. I don't really, hand pick or cherry pick, like some of these fighters do to get to the top. I come in and call out some of the toughest guys in the division because you got to beat them all to be the best. And that's always been my mindset.
But you're motivated to get back there and get that title again.
Driven. Yeah. Motivation, then it comes and goes. Motivated, you be motivated by Monday, by Friday comes, you're not motivated. So I'm driven, and that's a great feeling to have. And I'm in the driver's seat, so in control of what I need to do.
What would you say to Deiveson if he needs to be convinced why this fight's got to finally happen?
He's convinced. He went back on Instagram. He's ready. He wants to do it, and he knows. I'm a star of the sport. A lot of pop that comes in. It's a dangerous fight for him, but it's we're in the sport to catapult to the next level. And I think both of us, being former world champions, we know what comes with being a world champion. That's a lot of opportunity. So he understands that, and he's going to be excited for that fight. And hopefully, make it happen in 2024.